Hugo Ekitike this season has quietly but convincingly established himself as one of Liverpool's most reliable performers, and in a campaign that has included genuinely turbulent periods for the club, his consistency has stood out even more. In fact, what initially looked like a bold £79 million investment last summer is already beginning to look less like a risk and more like a genuine bargain. In today's win over Tottenham, Ekitike once again showcased the full range of his game. His link-up play was sharp throughout, most notably in the build-up to Liverpool's opening goal, where his involvement led to a pass into Wirtz, who then assisted Alexander Isak for the opener. That moment was particularly significant, as it marked Wirtz's first Premier League goal contribution. Just 10 minutes later, Ekitike added his own name to the scoresheet, rising well to head home and give Liverpool a crucial second goal in what would ultimately be a 2-1 victory. That goal continues a remarkable run of form. Ekitike has now scored 5 goals in his last 3 Premier League games. He found the net today against Spurs, scored a brace in the previous match against Brighton in a 2-0 win, and followed that up with another brace in the 3-3 draw against Leeds. For a player who has not always played a full 90 minutes, that level of output is extremely telling. Across all competitions this season, Ekitike now has 11 goals and 1 assist in 24 appearances. That equates to a goal contribution every 2 games, which is impressive in isolation, but even more so when you consider the context. On several occasions, he has either been substituted early, introduced from the bench, or asked to operate in wider areas to accommodate Alexander Isak. Despite those adjustments, his productivity has remained consistently high. Another aspect of Ekitike's profile that arguably doesn't get enough attention is his tendency to deliver in big moments. He scored on his debut against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. He then found the net on his Premier League debut for Liverpool against Bournemouth in a chaotic 4-3 win, before scoring again in the very next match against Newcastle in a 3-2 victory. He scored in the Merseyside derby against Everton, followed that up with a late winner against Southampton in the Carabao Cup, a match that also saw him controversially sent off after receiving a second yellow card for removing his shirt in celebration. On the international stage, he scored for France against Azerbaijan in World Cup qualification, then went on to score against his former club Frankfurt in Liverpool's emphatic 5-1 Champions League win. He followed that with another goal for France against Ukraine, before returning to club football and producing back-to-back braces, and now adding today's goal against Tottenham to that growing list. Statistically, Ekitike is Liverpool's top scorer this season, both overall and in the Premier League. He is also only marginally behind Mohamed Salah in terms of expected goals in the league, which again becomes even more impressive when you factor in his minutes played. He is generating elite-level chances without necessarily being on the pitch for the full duration of games. It's also worth noting that Liverpool themselves may be quietly turning a corner. After a difficult spell lasting roughly 2.5 months, where results were inconsistent and performances lacked cohesion, they now appear to be regaining momentum. Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 6 games, winning 4 and drawing 2, and they've won their last 3 matches outright. Had it not been for their late collapse against Leeds, that run could very easily read as 5 wins and 1 draw. And at the heart of this resurgence has been Hugo Ekitike, not just as a goalscorer, but as a facilitator, a presence, and a player who repeatedly delivers when Liverpool need him most. If this is merely the foundation of what he's going to offer at Anfield, then Liverpool may have secured far more than just a striker. They may have found a genuine cornerstone for the next phase of their project. Ekitike isn't just in form, he's becoming indispensable.